I watched this guy, and this guy is Mouth. I watched him play PlateUp for 3 hours yesterday. I think
Jesus.
there were 4 days. They did 4 days of serving.
In 3 hours.
Every day is 3 minutes long, followed by 45 minutes of like the Roman Senate debating every single tile on the board.
Oh man. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know if you saw my solo one, but like it's. Oh yeah, you did. It's even more frick now. It's still going.
Are you doing a lot of like solo Roman Senate? Like by
No,
yourself?
this
You're
is
just
I was
like,
Bria.
I decree. Well, actually, Prometheus, if you see that that's not the case, you're just fighting with yourself all day long.
Prometheus is a Greek myth, Sips.
Sorry.
No, Prometheus got infected by ear parasite
sorry.
fungus.
That's Alien Covenant. Okay.
Whatever.
I'm sorry.
That movie had an insane cast for how bad the script was and how good the cinematography was.
Yeah, right. Like I still like watching it for the cinematography, but
Listen, you got Guy Pearce, you've got Idris
Michael
Elba,
Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender, Charlize Theron.
Did Guy Pearce play the main character in Memento?
Yes,
He did,
Yes.
didn't he?
yeah.
And what's her face from The Matrix was also in it,
yes, Catherine,
Carrie Ann Moss.
Carrie Ann Moth.
right?
Yeah.
Catherine Ann
Catherine.
Moss, yeah.
Catherine Zeta Moth.
Oh.
I want to
Who
be.
likes
I
to
want to
do
be
what?
Ryan's little busboy.
Right. okay.
Don't do it. This is like I'm playing beer league hockey with Wayne Gretzky, and he's like, "Oh, you can be center." Just
Yeah.
let me be a stay-at-home defenseman. You know, let me be like an Andy Green or something like that. You guys can do all the finesse. I'll just carry the dirty dishes to the sink.
Hey, if that's what you want, I don't. I'm cool with whatever.
Well, that's nothing. I spent 6 hours watching the Queen's corpse get transported from Edinburgh to Holyrood House, 175-mile drive on some of the finest roads in the UK. What do you think of that? 6
Can
hours.
I just say I did not like the way the news report headlines were on Twitter trending topics when it said Queen's corpse arrives in Balmoral. Transportation
Queen's
has
corpse.
been transported is good, but arrives
Yeah.
is like that's like
Arrives
oh
is
shit.
Weird, yeah.
Lock your doors.
How many more days of mourning? I think there's like 6, right? Was it Thursday? You get 10 days of mourning.
I don't.
Don't
well,
we get
here's-
that 'cause
Yeah,
she's
we're
on her
supposed
money?
to. We're supposed
You
to
guys
get
are
it
meant
too.
to be mourning as well. What kind of preparations have you guys made for your mourning?
You know how JT
Coffee.
is, man. He's trying to pretend that we don't get that. He's trying to have his cake and eat it too. We express our condolences to the United Kingdom at the same time. Go to work. Everything's business as usual,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, fair. 'Cause-
Yeah, I mean,
although
fair enough, yeah.
here's why I was talking about it on stream, but I'm like, apparently the precedent is that like we also get in Canada even we get the day off for the funeral, but the precedent was
Yeah.
established in like 1943 or something like that. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't know how useful the precedent is, honestly.
Yeah, we have a bank holiday next Monday, the 19th for the funeral, which is good for everybody except for me because
You gotta work
I don't
anyway.
I don't have to go anywhere to work or anything
Yeah.
like that. So
Do we have Victoria Day? Are we gonna get
Elizabeth Day?
Day?
Yeah, maybe if you're lucky.
Is that how it works?
I don't know. What's the marks the? I should know why we have Victoria Day. Was it like?
She was the head of state when we were confederated.
Oh, it wasn't because she died.
No.
Well, I don't know. Did you know President's Day is supposed to be the midpoint between George Washington and Abraham Lincoln's birthday? You want to talk about silly holidays?
President's Day.
They couldn't pick a favorite.
Wasn't that yesterday? Wasn't President's Day? Oh no, sorry, it was Grandparents' Day yesterday.
Yesterday was Grandparents' Day. He knows.
Yes,
He knows.
Yeah, I know. I've got like 12 calendars hanging up in my house for some reason, and some of them have Grandparents' Day recognized on them,
I think it's a Korean holiday.
and some don't. Is it?
I think so.
How the hell? What the hell kind of calendar do I have that is relaying that information to me though? I don't understand. Or do you think it's do you think it's the case that they just look at every goddamn holiday they can find just to fill it up
Yeah,
and make
probably.
it look more
That's
interesting?
that's my
Yeah.
pinup calendar.
What?
Mouthy is a centerfold. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Hey, did you ever ever taken your daughter on the ferry over to Vancouver Island?
Not yet.
Or any ferry?
But she
Okay.
has taken the sea bus, and she freaking loved it. She went crazy.
Right.
Oh, sorry, Sips. Here, I got your baby doll.
I took my whole family to the UK for a week, and we went on a ferry for 4 hours, and the baby threw up all over me.
Oh,
and
no.
I had dried up barf on me for 3 hours of the trip. Oh,
It is
bad.
the
It was
father's
really
way.
rough though. It was the sea was really rough on that day, sadly. So there's no avoiding it. Everybody felt sick except
Hey.
for me. But then I felt sick after. Funnily enough, I was covered in puke.
Well, yeah. Dude, I had a very similar, not 3 hours. I was changing the baby's diaper, and then she was, allowing me to wipe her butt, and then she sat
Yeah.
on my sock and rubbed poop all over my sock. And then I said, "Oh no," and then she went, "Oh no," and she used her hand to try to wipe up the poop from my sock.
That's a nightmare.
So
isn't
we
it?
then had to clean her butt and her hands, and I had to change my socks. Like it could have been so easy, Could have just been a routine diaper change.
This baby, more so than my other kids, has single-handedly destroyed our living room carpet. 3
Oh,
separate
no.
incidents of full leaking shit on the ground. There's just these huge fucking discolored patches on the carpet now where it happened as well. It's awful.
That's
that'll
why
never come
linoleum
out.
flooring used to be so popular.
Sorry.
It's okay.
F's in chat. Kate made Japanese curry last night. I did the dishes. I forgot to put the curry in the fridge. Woke up in the shower, thought to myself, did I put that curry in the fridge? Then I was like lying to myself. It's a huge pot. I was like, I probably did it and just don't remember. No, Kate's not wearing her Tommy Bahama shirt. She's in mourning. Not for the, not for the curry.
curry.
Not for the
She's got
queen. For the curry.
She's got her full 10 days of mourning start from now for the curry, the loss. You're gonna have a public holiday when you guys get around to making another one to replace.
So
it?
she might take one. I'll have to do some cooking probably.
I was watching some of the coverage, and it's 24-hour coverage over here, on one of the main TV channels.
Yeah.
And it's just they're just constantly running out of stuff to say because her life is pretty well documented already. So they're showing some special programs and then repeat programs about the Queen and everything. And in all the programs, they're always so familiar with her. She really loved collecting tapestries, and she went on to collect 2 more tapestries throughout her reign. Her reign is 70 fucking years, 2 tapestries.
Hold on, where'd you see this tapestry stuff? I'm very interested.
No, I think it wasn't tapestries. It was she visited Jamaica, and she visited Jamaica before she became queen, and fell in love with Jamaica, and would go on to visit Jamaica 5 more times in 70 years. That's not being in love
You're
with
right.
Jamaica.
That doesn't seem that.
on.
I think my
That's
uncle's
not
visited
even,
Jamaica.
That's not
that
even
much.
once a decade. I mean, I've never been to Jamaica, but if I was rich like that, I'd probably have gone at least 6 or 7 times. 5 times in 70 years, that's nothing to boast about. Please don't.
Sorry.
Thanks.
I do not think that Queen Elizabeth II was smoking loud in Jamaica, okay?
No, she was not.
She might have been smoking quiet.
Yeah, she might have, she had her own boat and stuff, so she probably just what? Take a rest, and then, just fucking going for it on her boat.
There was another, this is where I get all my news, as you're soon to find out. There's another trending topic that said how the Queen used subtle gestures to demonstrate her real opinion. And I had just read it, and I was like, she's just a normal person.
Yeah,
This
well,
is what
absolutely,
normal
yeah.
people do. It's just passive aggressiveness. Not in a bad way necessarily, but
Apparently,
it
one
was
of
phrased
those
like it was
subtle,
incredible.
one of those subtle hints was if she was ever at you know, like a dinner party or a gathering or something, if she would reach into her bag and put on lipstick, that was the sign that it was time to go. So like all of her people knew that that it was time to start packing up your stuff and heading off. She was done, sort of thing. So there you go. Just, you know, like I'm sure my mom used to do that. My dad would pick up on that sign too. You know what I mean? So I think she was just a normal person.
Well, one of them that I thought was pretty funny actually is when the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia came to visit. The first thing she did was drive him around the grounds with her as the driver. But then the photo that they attached to the article makes it look like she's like, she actually looks like the meme that's like, get in losers, we're going shopping. she's like grinning like Willem Dafoe behind the wheel, like ah. Oh man.
Yeah, I think the coverage is like starting to tone down a little bit, but it'll ramp up again too, because there's all sorts of like ceremonies and stuff happening.
Oh, yeah.
Leading
Well, I
up to
saw
the
like
funeral.
so she's on lying in state at at St. Paul's Cathedral 23 hours a day for like the next 8 days.
Yeah.
How do you?
Yeah,
I don't want to get like the 4 a.m. time slot, man.
I know. It'd be pretty rough. I mean, it looks kind of cool though. Like if you ever saw when her mom died, her mom was laid in state or whatever as well, and it was like this big, huge coffin in the middle of a room with 4 guards standing on the corners, but like hundreds of thousands of people went through to see it or whatever. So I think
wasn't that like the plot to Ocean's 14?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
there's an Ocean's 14?
No.
Didn't they started going backwards at some point?
Yeah, they went from 13 to 8 or something. I don't know.
Is it going to be streamed on Twitch? Man, I hope so. I would love to see some reaction clips to that as
Dude,
well.
I could not handle like an IRL stream with someone going to see the Queen's casket lying in state.
Well, because this one you need to have like a salad always ready there and there. So yeah.
Well, just there's only 9.
What the hell are they even talking about? It's just me. You know what? Let me. I'm gonna keep them undeafened, but I'm gonna mute.
Try to upgrade and see if we get like.
Because this is what happens in PlateUp, and it's the way that PlateUp should go.
Yeah, we don't have any.
But like the gameplay, as you get further on,
like
becomes like 1%, and then the discussions become 99%.
Well, the issue right now is
How
like.
was the Peloton today? Oh,
I don't
thank
think
you
we're
for
gonna
asking.
be able to automate much in this. It's so
360.
If we get to day 15, we can franchise it though, and then try
360, 30-minute Dennis Morden 90s rock ride.
It might actually be better in a bit.
I've started to try to take 45-minute rides on the weekend to maybe up my endurance a little bit, help out the output in the 30-minute rides, and two good 45-minute rides this weekend.
I believe in the team.
Oh, you're a little mind flooded? This is what it's like to be a streamer, honestly. So like this just feels normal.
Ryan's muted. I don't know if you know you're muted, Ryan.
Oh, my bad. I was talking a lot.
Oh, that's okay.
I think I'm ready.
Anything important?
No, I was talking about the Peloton.
Oh, nice.
I know my place. You know, it's like when you're having. Well, let's bring it back to Thanksgiving. When you're having Thanksgiving, like everybody's like, "What can I do?" Well, at some point, every job is covered. Why don't you just sit on the sofa and watch whatever like movie is on TV right now? You know that because that's better than you just coming in and asking people who are busy what you should be doing. That's what I realized. And I don't know if I'd necessarily say that this is like fantastic advice, but maybe Malf can weigh in on this with his real world experience. When we were working like summer jobs in university, the boss would assign you something that takes like half an hour, and then after half an hour, I'd be back at my boss's office, and I'd be like, "Hey, what do you want me to do now?" And then after like 3 days of that, and them getting exasperated with me, I realized that when they assigned me some shit, they wanted to take like almost the whole day.
Yeah.
So that because I'm on their to-do list. I was like, give him something to do. After they've done that, then I come back and I'm like, hey, I need something else. You're like, no, man, you're just like, just chill for a bit. Just take 3 times longer than you need to take to do that job, and then...
Yeah, the other thing, too, is, like, you know, by getting your work done faster, too, like, some bosses, I mean, they'll just keep giving you more and more work.
It's true.
You know, they don't reward you for getting your work done quickly. They punish you by giving you more work. So it's a
he's right,
subtle
you know.
art of like always trying to make it look like you're busier than you are, or your tasks take longer.
you have
so
just
set the
enough work to
precedent.
fill up your whole day.
The subtle art of pretending not to give a fuck.
By
Right?
Dale Carnegie.
Yeah.
I think that's just coffee, right?
Yeah, you could have a
it
little
is.
coffee.
There you go.
Who are these people? Oh, I guess the answer is they're Europeans. They after they eat their dinner, it's like 9 p.m. in a restaurant on a school night, and they're like, "Can I get an espresso to go?"
Yes.
Slamming back like 5 consecutive espressos.
You know what really helps me get to sleep after a nice meal is like a cup full of acid and caffeine.
Oh yeah, that'll help you a lot.
Me, as a North American, can I just get an 850 calorie slice of New York cheesecake, please?
I'd like to wash that down with a jumbo gulp as well, please. If I could please have 8 gallons of cola, thank you.
If you could just give me like a vat of sugared milk in various forms, milk served 5 ways.
Excuse me, garçon. Would you happen to have?
I'm not in charge of logistics. I'm just the guy who puts the cup under the lavaza and then goes.
I'm in the wait station, but for something else, I'm waiting for hopefully the angler to be good and playable. Cause,
I was losing it
it's
when I
kinda
read
disappointing.
reviews and they said this game is even slower than the Hunter because I didn't know that was possible. You may remember we played the Hunter. And
I remember, yeah.
We killed nothing and walked in the forest for 2 hours. How can you make
Yeah.
something that's less exciting than that?
We killed
I
time.
know.
We did kill
We
time.
did kill time,
Well,
yeah.
time killed us.
Yeah, I love that saying. Men think of ways to kill time while time slowly kills men.
True, that's true.
Does
Not even
anybody
like-
out there want to taste my blade?
Oh my god.
Just wondering.
He's crazy, man.
Anyone want to taste?
Or you're
Am I
always
muted?
have salad ready to go.
Am I muted?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it was a pretty good Peloton ride today. I can't really complain.
Always have salad.
Conveyor
Always have
belt.
time for Tim Hortons.
There's
Any other
always
questions?
Someone there. Do you really want to hurt me? You
How
want
many calories
mixer
is that? I
over-
have no idea because
Should
the
we just buy this conveyor
the
belt then?
bike
For what,
estimates it
though?
at like
what-
490,
you need-
but
you
then
need
I told
something
people
to-
that it was
to
490,
grab into,
and they
right?
were like, "That's
So
ridiculous. It can't
There's no point
possibly
really
be."
having a blue conveyor.
And then like the
Yeah, I
Because it's just
guess.
to, like,
Samsung
fill-
Health
Oh, yeah, we
app
need the grabber,
says
yeah,
that
and
30
this
minutes of
restaurant's small, so it's hard to
stationary
kinda just
cycling
keep
is like
around.
250.
I think like for to
but I'm
automate,
like, it's not
like the
this.
dish-
I'm sweating
the
like a
clean dishes
damn
would be
dog.
nice, but
Do dogs?
Yeah.
I thought the
Um,
dogs literally don't sweat.
Well,
now that I think
then
about
maybe
it.
just one reroll since we got so many
They
things. We might get
pants,
like a
but
cabinet
anyway.
or something.
yeah, I can do. We don't have that much money.
You get
Yeah,
the
that's
idea.
party.
If a dog could sweat, I would be sweating like that dog sweats. Sorry, I did,
I'm ready.
K. There we go.
Got Donut Walled?
I was just talking about the Peloton again. There was a viral tweet this weekend that was like, here's why I want to quit Starbucks. And it was someone that submitted a mobile order that was like at least the length of a forearm.
Jesus.
Really? Yeah, I saw like a photo on Reddit of like the pickup counter or whatever for like all the deliveries. And it's just full with a cornucopia of like, you know, lattes and froyos and stuff. It was like, wowie.
Well, I was talking, so my brother-in-law was born in Korea and lived there until he was like, I don't know, 18, 19, something like that. And I was talking about how crazy it is that I would be teaching in Korea and like 10-year-old kids would be drinking instant coffee, which kind of makes sense because they are in school at like 9 p.m. So I guess they need some sort of support. But then he was like, you know, it's not that different. Like I see 10-year-olds in the U.S. all the time drinking like 1,300 calorie frappuccinos from Starbucks. And I'm like, you know what? I think you got me on that one. I think I'll
do-
acknowledge my double standard there.
I do remember when Tim Hortons came up with the ice cap, and it was over.
It's
Kids
all.
started drinking them, and I was like, what the heck?
How was your weekend? It was good. Thank you
well,
for
Grab it.
asking.
You got some space out there
Friday,
still for it,
took
I
the baby out to the park in the playground for a long time. Had a good time. Saturday, we went to the aquarium. She always has
This
a
is
great
a
time at the
small-ass
aquarium. Also on Saturday,
Does that
Kate
work
and the
there?
baby both took a nap.
The fire
at the
hazard's
same
only a
time.
hazard if something actually
So I
catches
got
on
like
fire.
3 hours.
The
to
broccoli
just
won't
vibe,
catch fire.
which was
the
amazing.
broccoli will not.
How's
I
the
think I'm
weather
done.
in Vancouver? Well, I don't know if you saw, we had the worst air quality of any major city in the world this weekend.
Really?
That was pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, there's been fires in the east part, like east of Vancouver, and then also fires all up and down like the Pacific coast. So it's like it was pretty smoky, but it's also it's better today. It's a little bit better. Can I get some air quality Andes in chat? We got any air quality Andes?
Do you have an app for that?
I just go to the website.
The weather. The weather.
IQ Air. Today's weather is unhealthy for sensitive groups. That's not me. If anything, I've been accused of insensitivity. Then tomorrow is moderate, and then, oh man, from Wednesday, looking good. We're looking green. This is not a joke, but that's when we went to the aquarium yesterday. It was like people were using inverted mask rules. When they were inside, they were like, I can breathe easy. When they walked outside, they put their masks on.
It's funny.
Protect them from the damn smoke.
The messed up thing with pollution, it can travel hundreds and hundreds of kilometers.
It is
So you could
crazy.
have the cleanest city in the world, but other dirty cities are just like, hey, get a whiff of this.
Are you saying we got to build a wall?
We gotta build a wall.
The really, really, really tall wall
Yep.
around Hamilton, Ontario, so none of the air can get out?
Yeah, I mean driving over the Skyway Bridge or whatever it's
Yeah.
called. It's it's cool if you look to the left, because then it's just like, how beautiful Lake Ontario, and then you look to the right and it's a hellscape of pollution.
Yeah, I've only been to Hamilton once, but I do remember driving over that bridge and looking over, and it was just like 1,000 industrial smokestacks and like gray orange air.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I guess that's why it's called Steel Town.
Mm-hmm.
Because it steal your damn health. Anyway.
-2.
It happened well, I was only in Korea for 1 year, but it happens every summer apparently. There's something called the yellow dust. So it's like wind picks up in the spring and the summertime, and it carries sand from the Gobi Desert in China down to Korea. But on its way, the sand picks up like particulates from all the heavy industry that's in between them. So it literally, you're just breathing like silver particles. You like
Jesus.
if it rains and then you like look in a puddle, the puddles have like a ring of like yellow dust around them and stuff like that. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Do you think that's where the plot for Dune came from?
It honestly probably. It was probably Frank Herbert taught English for a semester abroad.
Have you guys ever had an MRI?
I've had a CT
No.
scan, but no MRI. Do you need to get an MRI?
Yeah, I'm having one tomorrow. I've never had one before though, so I don't know like.
Well,
It's
if I've
the
learned
one where
anything
you're
from-
in that tube, right? Where you're like, it's
Yeah,
like it
if
can be
the
a bit
magnets.
claustrophobic.
Yeah.
So
the
like,
magnets,
don't
yeah.
have any bee robots like bore into your head.
Okay, I'll try not to. Oh.
I don't know if they use the same kind of imagery, but or like I don't know what the word I'm looking like fluid, but when I had my CT scan, it was like one of the most bizarre feelings because in your IV they put something in and they're like, just so you know, it may feel like a hot water balloon exploded in your stomach.
Right.
And then I was like, oh, I don't really feel it. And then they're like, okay, now it's actually starting. And I was like, oh, I feel it.
Shit.
It was very weird. It
Yeah.
feels like you peed yourself on the inside. What do you have to get an MRI for, if you don't mind me asking?
They want to check to make sure that like a certain area of my body is okay.
Oh,
I know it's like
understand,
kind
yeah.
of vague, but it's like, well, I don't really like know if it is anything yet, sort of thing.
Right.
You know? So like it's one of those things. But no, I've never had anything like that before. Like I've generally Like the only thing I've ever had done is I had my gallbladder removed, which I had surgery that I was like out for, sort of thing. But I've never had like anything else done at the hospital, sort of thing. So
are you worried
just
or hopeful that maybe that certain part of your body will, when it gets hit by the magnets, you'll get like some Incredible Hulk sort of thing going on?
yeah, I'm really hoping that that's the case. Come on, magnets, don't let me down. I'm gonna be praying so hard. Just wasn't sure, just wanted to see if anybody had experience. What was the CT scan like?
I think it's like an MRI, but instead of the tube, it's just a ring. So they use like a chair or like a bed to position you, like the area they're scanning, over top of this camera, and then it goes like.
Did you have that to do with the pooping thing?
It was, yes.
It was your pooping thing?
When they refused to just give me antibiotics and instead were like, oh, you definitely have Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, I did get a CT scan. It was easier to get a CT scan than it was to get $14 of antibiotics, and the CT scan probably cost the taxpayer, geez, I don't even want, maybe like $1,500 by the time.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of power. There were like three nurses and a doctor in there. I haven't even factored in when I invoiced them for my time too. So, I mean,
how long do you think? Okay, another question for you guys. I know that you haven't had an MRI, but how long do you think? Okay, it takes me about 10 minutes to drive to the hospital, and I have an appointment at 3:15 to have this thing done. How long do you think it's going to take? Like realistically, what time do you think I'm getting out of there? And then if it takes me 10 minutes to get home, just because like I want to get back and play some more PlateUp.
You're getting home at like 7 o'clock your time.
I was saying like 4:30 or 5 maybe.
4:30.
If it's anything, and I'm sure it's like this isn't a comment on like public health care, because I'm sure it happens in the U.S. too. But they want you to be there for 3:15. Guess what? Okay, you're here for 3:10. Well, you're waiting until 3:30 anyway, and then at 3:30, the doctor comes in and tells you what the procedure is going to be like, and then it's another 15 minutes, and then they get you prepped for the procedure. Then the procedure is 4 seconds long, and then they're like, you have to wait here for 15 minutes before you can go home.
Oh man, so I might not be able to come back and play more PlateUp after.
No.
After all said and done,
you might actually have to sleep over at.
Yeah, they might give you a room. You never know.
Especially just for an MRI?
Well, I'm surprised that they're going to do it like a traumatic procedure like that during this period of mourning anyway. Like, it seems a little irresponsible.
I was also a little bit surprised, but like, at the same time, I mean, I guess like you got to do what you got to do sort of thing, but they're not going to keep me overnight. What do you guys
I'm not trying to scare you.
Right, guys? They're not really going, oh.
I think we were going in because you said you were not at all nervous about it, and now I feel bad. Now I'm like,
you're just trying to get me all nervous about it.
No, I was like, it's a funny joke, and then I'm like, he doesn't think it's as funny. It was funny for a second.
I mean, I thought it was funny until it potentially jeopardized my time playing PlateUp.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
And then I was like, you know what? This is not funny anymore. This is actually... this is DEFCON 5 right now.
You know what was surprisingly fast was the colonoscopy, man. Like, that was... Yeah? I went in, I can't remember what my appointment was. It was like 11 or something like that. I was out of there by noon.
What is it? Like, the colonoscopy is like at the start of
the Uncut Gems?
Uncut Gems,
yes,
yeah.
That's exactly
It's like that, right? Just the camera. And are you out for it, or are you just like staring at the wall, sort of uncomfortably waiting for them to finish?
I was staring at the camera, looking at the inside of my butthole for the first time ever.
Holy crap! What was that like?
It was weird. There's definitely stuff where I was looking at it and I was like, I got no idea if this looks normal, because this whole thing looks fucking weird. I've never seen this.
I don't remember eating that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, anytime I've looked in the mirror, I've never been able to see all this before.
It was also like I did the colonoscopy prep like to the best of my ability, but there were definitely some times when she like hit the water jet to wash some shit away, and I was like, I wanted to apologize, but then I was like, I'm not going to apologize. I did the prep. It's not my fault. There's shit in my ass. That's where it belongs.
Exactly. I mean, it's your ass is doing what it does best, right?
And then because I was a little like I was sedated but awake. So I was not quite myself. I was a little bit more. My inhibitions were lowered. which made it made it more fun, honestly.
Were you like screaming, "Yeah, fuck yeah, spring break," like the whole time and stuff, or like those kind of inhibitions gone, or?
No, but I was just like, rather than like my fully sober mind is like, you don't need to talk to the doctor, they got it all figured out. But my like slightly sedated mind, I was like, did everything go okay with the prep? Like I was like, I really wanted the doctor to respect me and know that I put in a good faith effort. It's kind of embarrassing. But in hindsight. And then I can't remember if I even told you this, Sips, but Mal's probably heard it by now for sure. But wait, so this saga of like my food poisoning where they didn't want to believe it was bacterial finally ended when they gave me the colonoscopy. They sent away the biopsy to the lab. The lab said, this tissue likely represents healing from a resolving infection. At the same time, we can't rule out intravenous drug abuse.
Holy crap.
So it's like, they literally just will refuse to just say this man was infected by bacteria. It has to be like, it's either ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, or he's like addicted to shooting up heroin or something like that. Like it's madness.
I mean, it's possible, right?
Do you have?
No, but if they don't know me, yes. But I can tell them it's impossible. Except the only intravenous drug, I'm ready for the +2s. The only intravenous drug I've taken is 7 doses of the Pfizer BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine. Okay.
Hey, wait. Do you guys have to have another like a top up? Or are they doing that in Canada?
We don't have to, but we are encouraged to do so.
No, right. Okay.
And it's actually an Omicron booster.
Yeah.
They gave us a new formula finally.
Which is great. It's like, you know, that's what they need to do. Like, people are getting sick of the old bus. It's like with phones, right? You gotta do something new, and then people get excited about it. So,
I want the upgraded version. Yeah. I want like the...
Yeah, with the like always on display.
I think I'm gonna get it just because like I remember as soon as we sent our daughter to daycare in late October last year, I got sick once every 2 weeks until the food poisoning. It was like 8 months. So I would gladly take like an hour off to minimize my chances of getting sick. The needle, I don't care about at all. But I do think they should give you like a cookie or something at the end, like when you give blood. Or like at this, you know, this is my 4th damn vaccine. Shouldn't I get like a fast pass or something?
Just even just a little sticker that says "well done."
No, like you know, you buy 7 subs, you get the 8 sub free kind of thing.
Yeah, but I'm already getting the vaccine for free.
Yeah, but like you get all your vaccines, and then you get the cookie or something.
I feel like I should be able to choose my own nurse. That was a really weird comment.
It's like a gotcha. You're just like, I want a loot box. I want a loot box explosion of nurses, and I want to pick my favorite one, please.
Oh man, I do feel like this would be like a really fucked up society, but for right now it would work well for me, which is important to me. I think because no doctor believed me and I ended up being right about what was wrong with me, I think that I should get like a 10-year gold card where if I go to the hospital, they just move me to the front of the damn line. Because I've proven that I'm not going to abuse it. I went through the rigmarole last time, and I let them do what they were doing, and they let me down. So I think I should get like the platinum Amex, like the
black card.
Exactly. It should be. They're like, oh well, we're gonna need you to sit out in the lobby, and I'll be like, oh, guess what? You ever see one of these fuckers before? And then they're like, right away, sir. We got a room ready for you right away. And then I'll be like, okay, what's wrong? My tummy hurt. I don't know. I just got a little tickle in my throat.
I like the idea. Have you ever seen one of these fuckers before? You just slam it on the table. Oh.
Can I tell you something fucked up? Thursday, I went to Subway. And not because I wanted to go. This time my wife was like, can you get me a sandwich? Which, again, I don't even want to say it if the roles were reversed. I don't even want to say it. But anyway, I went to Subway. I got her a sandwich. The fucking toaster was broken. I didn't even know that was something that could happen.
Listen, that's not shit. Okay? I went to Subway while I was away. I haven't been to Subway in years. I actually kind of like Subway.
Let's go.
Went to Subway to get some sandwiches.
There's dozens.
Stood in line for fucking ever. Finally got up there. And I'm like, you know, ordering the sandwiches for me and my whole family. It's like, okay, what do you want on the first one? It's like, oh, like lettuce, tomato. Oh, sorry, sir, we don't have any tomatoes left. So, are you serious? He's like, yeah, there was like some mix-up with our shipment or something. I was like, all right, well, just put like some mayonnaise in my. It's like, nah, sorry, we don't have any mayonnaise.
They're out of mayonnaise.
And I was like, just about to say, but just forget it, I'm out of here. And he's like, oh no, wait, no, we do have some mayonnaise, and luckily salvaged it. But how the hell do you not have tomatoes or mayonnaise at Subway? It's crazy. I've never known anything like it.
Yeah, I mean, they got like big, like, those chemical totes, like hundreds of gallons?
Oh, yes.
With the little metal cage. That's how they deliver the mayo.
Okay, but do you want to know the most depressing thing about it? It was the aesthetic of, like, the whole, like, buffet tray of toppings. Where they would have had tomatoes, they had more red peppers. So it was like red peppers next to red peppers, and it just threw the whole thing off.
We don't even have red peppers at our Subway.
Yeah, no, it was
really. Yeah, they have green peppers,
right? Thing or something. But
roasted red peppers, though, that's what you want.
I can't remember if I even told you guys this one. This is like 3 weeks ago. I got a sandwich again for my wife because this Subway is starting to scare the crap out of me. And there was just an insane man ordering a sandwich who had them toast his sandwich like 4 times. And he was like, did you toast it again? Did you toast it again? Then they said, what do you want on the sandwich? And he said, no meat, no dairy. Subway should be friends with the animals. Moo moo sacred. Moo moo sacred. And then he put his hands together like in a prayer and was like bowing at the people that were making the sandwich, who was just like a 17-year-old girl who was clearly like very uncomfortable. You ever end up in one of those situations where you're like, oh no, if shit pops off, I'm expected to be like the Mark Wahlberg?
Or like, what's his face? Viggo Mortensen in History of Violence. You
Yeah,
just grab the
yeah.
coffee pot and just smash it on his face.
I was like, oh shit. It's one insane middle-aged man, and then like 2 teenage girls in the Subway, and then one 33-year-old guy who is at least relatively normal. I'm like, oh shit, this is my Mark Wahlberg moment. Anyway, it was totally fine. But then they were like, do you want a bag? And he was like, no bag. Bag is a scam. Subway's a scam. This whole place is a scam. But he's still like paying with his card at the same time. And then it was a very hostile like sandwich order. It did sound like Twitch chat if Twitch chat was human. What did he get on his sandwich? I don't know, but he was really trying to convince them to never sell meat at Subway again. He seemed very convinced that was the secret. And I'm like, brother, there's already no meat at Subway. Didn't you read that CBC report?
Hey-o.
1 deluxe, 1 apple, please. Hold on, did you see the viral TikTok of the lady who got poop on her Subway sandwich 2 days ago? Can I get some more context here?
What, like an actual full log of shit in the sandwich, like a prank style, or like an accidental, like just some shit managed to get into the sandwich?
I've
The
got
little,
the
like,
link if you need it.
It's like a speck.
Did I tell you guys about the internet video of the lady on the security camera? She's walking into like a lobby and the front desk is there, and she's wearing like a dress or skirt, and she just like very subtly, like she's done this before. You could tell by the just how smooth it was. She's like the James Bond of pooping. She just and it just plops right broad daylight in the lobby, and then like 3 seconds later, this guy walks in and just doesn't see it, and he slips right on the poop, and it's just like, what the heck? It's a beautiful video, highly disturbing, but.
Dude, I again, stop me if you've heard this one before. I was just watching TV. This is probably like a year and a half ago. Watching TV with our blinds open, and this mom and like her toddler came to. Oh yeah, there you go. Sorry, I interrupted the workflow. Came in front of our house, and then she just pulled her toddler's pants down, and he pissed like on the concrete in front of our house.
Whoa.
Like, I get it, when you gotta go, you gotta go. It was a very surreal thing to like look out your window and just see like Sometimes we'll look out the window and there's like a dog peeing out there, and I'm like, that's pretty
I can
normal.
just about accept a dog is gonna piss like on the ground, like in front of my house, but like, I don't want like a human doing it. You know, go pee somewhere
Absolutely
else.
not. It was very, it was strange, that's for sure.
There you go. Once I start thinking about pee, there's nothing I can do. I just become fixated. Like
Is that why you got to get
like
the
doing
MRI?
a Death Star trench run in thought, you know, like
When you said they're checking a certain part of your body to see if it's okay, I thought you were referring to a sensitive region, but they're scanning your brain to see if your pee fixation is
yes, that's right.
normal.
They're concerned. There's some concerns. I don't think it's anything. I'm being vague because I don't think it's going to amount to anything. Like there's nothing like you know. Like I'm not actually like worried or anything, but they just want to like double check something. So I don't know.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I got good feeling. Good feeling.
Can you wear like Bluetooth headphones or something while you're getting the scan? You could listen to a podcast.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. Why should we say I'm fine and then next week there'll be a 6 hour that my coffin is being
10 days of mourning.
175 miles. 10 days of mourning.
I did read.
You got it wrong.
I did read a story on Reddit. This is a long time, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was a guy who got an MRI, and he had 3 kids, and he said that when he had the MRI, he fell asleep in the MRI for 15 minutes, and it was the best sleep he's had in like a decade. So maybe you'll get that.
Oh man. I was laughing at that because I went on vacation and I was just reading about. There was a post on Reddit somewhere where somebody was saying like, "Oh, the unpopular opinions, but like you shouldn't take your babies on vacation with you because they're never going to remember it, and they're loud and annoying, and they ruin it for everybody else, whatever." And then somebody mentioned that bit from, I think maybe it was Seinfeld, but I'm not sure, where he said that like when you're a parent. When you're loading up a car for a road trip and you go to the back seat to strap your child into their car seat, you close the door and then you walk all the way around the car to get into the driver's seat. That's your vacation. Like it's like 3 seconds of peace. That's all you get. I was laughing.
It's a great joke.
It is, yeah. Metal and giant spinning magnets don't mix. I don't have like well, what metal? I guess I can't have my. I guess I can't bring my Discman with me then.
No, you could ask them to put something on, maybe.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure all you're gonna hear is like.
I wonder if they're equipped for that. Hi, could I have Bodies by Drowning Pool, please, on repeat for the entirety of this session?
What the hell is this? What is it? Would you ever get tattoos or grow a mustache? If I had to choose between the two, I would rather grow a mustache than get a tattoo. But what's annoying for me is that anytime I say something like that, people think I'm anti-tattoo. It's not the case. I've got nothing against tattoos. I think some people have tattoos that look very nice. I have no interest in getting them myself. To be fair, I also have no interest in getting a mustache, but bald with a mustache, it's quite a look. You got to make sure that's where you want to be. You want to make sure that you've got like the forearms of a baker, so that when you roll up your sleeves, they're like, you know, veiny and muscular. You don't want to just be like a guy. Skinny dudes with tattoos have it going on like crazy, though. What do you mean when you say going on? Also, I wouldn't describe myself as a skinny dude. I would describe myself as like a normal dude. This is not a joke. The only time I get to weigh myself is when we go to the aquarium or when we go to Science World and they have scales there that are like, check out, let's see what animal you weigh the most like. So when we were at the aquarium yesterday, I weighed myself. I'm 83 kilograms. It's like 187 pounds or something like that. I weigh as much as a teenage harbor seal. But I'm being genuine with you when I say this. Almost all of that weight is in my legs and my ass. I'm built like Meg the Stallion. Anyway, no, and also someone asked, no, I have not seen Minions: The Rise of Gru yet. However, I did see Sing 2 this weekend. If you're an adult, I would not recommend watching that movie. Sing 2 is great. How old is your toddler? Sing 2 has Halsey in it? Yeah, but like, so what? Okay, honestly, good play. I didn't expect you to be there, and there you are. Get out of my swamp, as they say. Sing 2 actually has a disgusting cast. It has Matthew McConaughey, Halsey, Scarlett Johansson. Like, considering nobody's face is shown in the movie at all, they went insanely hard on the cast. Eric Andre's in it, Nick Kroll's in it. I mean, I don't think it was like the worst movie I've ever seen, but the whole time I was watching it, I'm like, I'm not a kid. Why am I watching this shit? Ooh! Oh no! Is there a lot of nudity in Sing 2? Is there a lot of nudity in Sing 2? I'm here to tell you, not as much as I would elect. Have you seen Bluey? Don't get me started, okay? I got nothing against Bluey. Look, I'm already starting. I got nothing against Bluey. The Bluey circle jerk, though, it's gone on, like, too far. If you want to support Bluey, then support Bluey. You don't need to drag Peppa Pig or Sesame Street to make your case, okay? That's all I'm going to say about it. Would love your thoughts on this. Like, I think it's insulting that people have come for Peppa Pig when it's a good show. Peppa Pig has real slice of life sort of activities that happen. Real problems happen on that show, which is good for a child to learn how to deal with. Like, for example, Daddy Pig losing his jumping in muddy puddles world record and thus having to train to retake it so that he can regain the civic pride that they once held. Or Peppa Pig getting her boots stolen by ducks and having to go find them by taking a rocket ship to the moon. Okay? At what age did you start allowing screen time? I don't know. I would say when she was like 15 minutes, 15 months old, we started to let her watch like some Sesame Street and stuff. I know, like, there's all this wisdom, and I say wisdom with like heavy air quotes around it. That's like, you should never let your kid have any screen time until they're like 2. I don't know. Maybe like those people are just better parents than me. But there's just like times where I'm like, I mean, I gotta like do some shit in my house. It's not like neglect, but there's sometimes where I'm watching the baby, but also like I need to like do the dishes or something. So like I don't know what else you're supposed to do. Is a dolphin dive? Things we should not have done at all. Oh no. Oh, okay. That's very funny. You can't be too upset about that. I respect that. By the way, you may have noticed I hate being third-partied, and I love third-partying. What, is this your first time being a human being? We're all hypocrites, okay? That's a good way to describe it. Me sowing, haha, yes, fuck yes. Me reaping, oh no, what the fuck? I would like to think, here's the thing, if I was a boss and I just had to talk to you, but it wasn't for like a negative thing, I wouldn't say like, hey, can I speak to you in my office for a second? Because then they get nervous, right? Instead, I would say, hey, can we have a quick chat in my office? Don't worry, it's nothing bad. I would do that. But then I thought, like, wait a minute. By the way, welcome back, Talia. Nice to see you. You've served your war crimes sentence in the Twitch prison. Welcome back. Then I realized, you know what the problem with that philosophy is? If you always say, don't worry, it's nothing to worry about, the one time you're firing somebody, they're gonna fucking know, man. Because they're gonna be like, oh, is it nothing to worry about? And you're gonna be like, maybe this time you could worry a little bit. But I guess if you're gonna have to fire somebody anyway, I mean, what do you care if they figure it out in advance? Would you rather be, like, taken by surprise? I don't think so. I don't know. Here's the thing. I guess you'd rather know that you're about to be fired, but only if you're actually gonna be fired. Because if you're not gonna be fired, constantly thinking that you're gonna be fired, is like you're living under a veil of anxiety for no reason. You can kind of tell when you're going to be fired. I've never been fired, but definitely like I kind of got soft fired from teaching in South Korea. Like all the other teachers that were good, like when it was time for like their contracts were coming close to expiring, the school was like, "Hey, do you think you're going to sign on for like one more year?" And for me, they were just like, "So what do you think you're going to do when your contract's up?" It's like, you know what? And it was like a mutual thing. It wasn't like I was like, "Oh, I'm an awesome like early childhood educator." I am better at babysitting 23-year-olds. I was going to say I'm baby at better sitting. Okay, big elbow drop. I'm going to break a weapon if I can get a kill. You're lucky. You're lucky you're not greedy. That means this must be Skyrocket. One more weapon. When we were at the aquarium this weekend, they have like a bat cave. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I don't care who gets offended. What's the point? You go to the bat cave, it's dark. You look at the bats, there's like a little strobe light going off, and the bats are just flying around like crazy. Like they don't give a shit that you're there. There was a caiman, like a crocodile type dude. He was looking at us and going, that shit was sick. The bats, they don't care that you're there, unless you're like a little piece of cantaloupe or something. They could care less. Okay, I deserve that. Why would I... The enemy of my enemy is my friend. You ever hear that? No, I'm not going to start my daughter on One Piece so that she has a chance to finish it. Like, that's just... Most people, I have to imagine, discover anime because their parents got them, like, a computer when they were in middle school, but then they were, like, a little too busy to constantly supervise them. And that's how they discovered anime, is just, like, you know, looking for some community online, and that's fine. I'm instead just going to be there for her. I'm sorry. It's a joke. It's a joke. Howard, it's a joke. Howard, I was joking. I'd like to find a taller bush, please. Royalty-free jams to Pog to. Oh yeah, I'm putting this on my sex playlist. I'm sorry, it's just... I workshopped that line in my head for a fraction of a second and said that would be really funny to say. You drinking that Rings of Power juice? No, I'm honestly, how blessed are we as a society to have a mediocre Lord of the Rings, a mediocre Game of Thrones, and a mediocre Marvel show all running concurrently. It really feels like we're living in the golden age of entertainment. That's okay. So I've only seen one episode of House of the Dragon, and I actually enjoyed it. I just lied about hating it in order to make the joke work. I haven't seen any of She-Hulk. As a result, I cannot comment on it. But it's a very easy show to be cynical about. And I've seen 2 episodes of Rings of Power. And Josh, I'm sorry again, but Rings of Power is... I would rather watch She-Hulk, honestly. I'm sorry that I said it, and secondly, perhaps even more importantly, I'm sorry that I believed it, and still do. Rick and Morty, though, I don't watch cartoons, okay? Except every night while I render YouTube videos and make thumbnails, I'd watch like 6 classic episodes of The Simpsons on my second monitor. So I guess I do watch some cartoons. But The Simpsons isn't a cartoon, it's a cultural event. Oh yeah, and a lot of Peppa Pig. And the worst part about the Peppa Pig is that I'm enjoying it, man. And the One Piece... Also true, the One Piece. I forgot about the One Piece. Would you use red juice or green juice during your Peloton rides? I mean, honestly, if it was considered not a performance-enhancing drug, then I would probably consider it, yeah. I did. So this weekend was an event called the Gran Fondo, Vancouver. Or maybe it's called Sea to Sky, I don't know. People, it's a bike race from Vancouver to Whistler, which is like 250 kilometers maybe. I saw someone posted on r/Vancouver that was like, here's what we got at the rest station, and it was like the greenest banana I've ever seen in my entire life. It looked, and I stole this from somebody on r/Vancouver, but it genuinely looked like someone had opened up like an ear of corn and then shoved like a banana into the space that they made. Also, it costs $75 to enter, apparently. And then you get that green banana. Thanks for throwing a chair at me. Why do you name your moves like an anime protagonist? Here's the thing. I don't know any anime protagonists, so you have just self-reported. While trying to own, you've self-reported. Anyway, the real answer is so I can keep that shit straight in my head. Because if I say it, then I like, then I kind of know where I am in the interaction, you know? This is a just like old time squad. You're not wrong. Plus a stork, which is just a cool boy. I don't know. I mean, cool boy is a weird expression because in my head, anybody else play a bunch of Cool Borders 2 when they were a kid? All I heard in my head was cool borders. Hold on. I bet I can poison your minds. Cool Borders 2 intro. This is one of the first games I had for the PlayStation 1. Play the PlayStation sound first. Sony Computer Entertainment Europe presents from UEP Systems. UEP Systems. I remember that. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's coming. It's just loading. It's loading. It just takes some time.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention?
Okay, that's actually a song. I got to get to the title screen. One sec. Here it is.
Cool Borders!
Was that? How was my impression? Cool Borders!
Cool Borders!
Oh, man. What a game. Anyway. Nevertheless. Toe up from the flow up. Surrounded by plenty of gorgeous Florida women. But this pimp reside in Georgia. Hold up. Those boys will have you sleeping in the drink when they come round the corner. She trapped in my Cadmium Palace. Sorry. I'm getting a lot of complaints lately. The stream is a little bit esoteric, a little bit hard to follow. If you miss a week, I need to make it a little bit more accessible again. Need to be a little bit less Avengers Infinity War, a little bit more like Ant-Man or something like that. That's the complaint that I got from Kevin. But anyway, Common has to be one of the best rappers that I think is really bad at rapping. Is that okay to say? Can I say that without getting kicked out of the taste-making circles? Yes, he's kind of ass. Well, I don't know if it's like, I guess I only know the bird's eye view of Common as a rapper, which is that he thinks he's better than all other rappers. Because other rappers will be like, you know, I'm so gone on Patron, I don't even know how I'm getting home later on. And Common is like, I went to the street to find my soul, but when I picked up my spoon, there was no bowl. And everyone's like, oh shit, an erudite rapper. He's rapping metaphorically speaking. And I find it like so, I don't know, if you're gonna be that pretentious, I don't even know if he's pretentious, but like if you the conceit that I have of your rapping is that it's gonna be that pretentious, it's gotta be damn good. Like some of the stuff that Kanye West says and does is ridiculous. But then he's like, you know, we was practicing and one day your ass bust through the packaging. You know what though? You my favorite accident. So go ahead, pop some Cristal for my newborn child. And I'm like, you know what? Justified. Justified. And every once in a while he goes, scoop dee, poopity scoop, poop these, poopity scoop. And then I'm like, maybe not. Maybe not. Anyway, sorry. Any thoughts on Run the Jewels? I only know that song that was in every movie and political rally for like 4 years in 2017. Picture this. I'm Jiminy Glick. Put me to your lips. Martin Short on the TV. Making me chortle. Anyway, so I forgot. That's the only one I know. Nobody Speak. Yeah, that's the one. The Bernie Sanders song. How good is Rage Against the Machine, by the way? Sometimes it just comes on in the car, and I'm like, why don't I ever listen to this band except when I'm angry? I'll just be like minding my own damn business. Zach De La Rocha comes in. It's right outside your door. Now test it. Bang, dang, dang. He's throwing Tom Morello's throwing his guitar into a garbage disposal and pushing the big green button. He's playing the Seinfeld bass backwards through an amp. He's using his amp as a microphone. He's playing a double neck bass into a talk box while Bon Jovi cries himself to sleep in the corner. What the hell am I doing? Okay, step 1. Move the caterpillar. Oh yeah, it's in prime crocodile range, huh? Well, what do we do there? That's 6 wins. I mean, even if we moved the crocodile, we were not moving it into a position where it was gonna survive that. That was nasty, man. Samsung? Don't even start. Dude, you don't even realize I get so much mileage out of the story that I say Samsung and Americans make fun of me. I tell that story to chat all the time, and then chat makes fun of me. Then I tell it to my Korean in-laws, and they're like, he's spitting. They're like, this is a damn truth. Then they tell me fucked up shit, like they're from Korea, but when they're in America and they say like Hyundai, people are like, no, it's Hyundai. And you're like, really? This shit is from like Pohang. The audacity. Who says it like that? I don't know. I don't drive a Hyundai, okay? I drive a Bugatti. It's from England, where they make the best cars in the world with the best reputations, like the Range Rover and Land Rover. What color is your Bugatti? It has the pearlescent, opalescent paint job that just got announced in Car and Driver last month. So it's like, it's purple when you're looking at it from like a diffused angle. When you're looking at it from an acute angle, that shit is like green. It looks like a smallmouth bass. Sexy as hell. Did you hear my stomach growl, by the way? It actually went. Why do you never see, and this is not a pun, why do you never observe bass on a restaurant menu? You always see sole. If you're eating at a place that hates endangered species, maybe a Chilean sea bass, maybe a tilapia, something like that. Obviously a salmon, a haddock, a halibut for sure, a cod. What's going on with the bass? They taste not good. I've eaten more bass in my life than any other fish except salmon, I think. Bass is good. Bass tastes like it tastes like a muddy lake. I love bass. I grew up eating bass. That's why like bass for me is like that's the default fish. And cod, I'm like, ooh, why is this thing that lived in the ocean so fucking wet? He's Kingston pilled. See? You think I don't go down the good old Canadian boy goes down to Collins Lake catching some smallmouth bass with his grandpa, cooking it up on an electric grill on one of the 1,000 islands. Any insane takes today? I had an insane take this weekend, but I didn't tweet much, which was smart. So I'll give you my insane take instead. My insane take this weekend was how annoying would Twitter have been during the entirety of the Cold War. Holy shit, it would have been miserable, man. Let me be an insolent copycat, by the way. Can you imagine, like, it's like the 80s, and you're like, oh, Back to the Future just came out. Wow, such a good movie. Robert Zemeckis. Wow, Michael J. Fox. Wow. Oh, I'll try to get to the theater if Brezhnev doesn't blow up my house with a nuclear ICBM. How can you be tweeting about Back to the Future at a time like this? Red Dawn? Oh, a movie where Russia and America are at war? No thanks. I'll save the $250 I would have spent on a movie ticket and just turn on the news. It would have been miserable, man. It would have been horrendous. It sounds like Twitter today. Yes, it does. Now, that doesn't mean that Twitter today is wrong. 80s Twitter could have been wrong, and then maybe today, like, the world actually is going to end. But JFK's feed would be epic, though. Twitter in the 60s. But Twitter in the 60s would be pretty annoying as well. Well, maybe the take-home message is that Twitter is just annoying, I guess. But, like, I don't know. I would love your thoughts on this. Imagine how fired Don Draper's Twitter feed would be. Dude, we don't need Don Draper. We have Gary Vaynerchuk. I literally turned the Planters peanut into a baby, and it made $100 million. What's stopping you from going down to a garage sale and bilking some retiree out of a cup that she's selling for $4.50 that you can flip on Facebook Marketplace for $12? You've got a phone in your pocket. Phone bad. Father, how do I click on yard sale? I will say though, when I was a kid, my grandparents took me to a lot of flea markets, a lot of yard sales. Always had a good time. It seems like one of those hobbies that the internet has kind of ruined, though. At least if your main reason to go to them was to try to get a deal, it seems like now, what can you do? Because, like, don't you just go and you're like, hey, there's a $20 baseball card they're selling for $10, and then when you go to buy it, they just look it up and they're like, actually, that'll be $20. Oh no, it's accurately priced. Yeah, but I like drove to the flea market and it smelled. I'm getting like black mold spores in my lungs and stuff like that. If I wanted to pay the accurate price for it, I would just buy it on the internet. What market are you going to? The Vancouver flea market. I did, because I was reading, there's like what, thrift grift and thrift store hauls and stuff like that. Thrift grift is a subreddit for people who find insanely badly priced things at Goodwill. It'd be like some insane shit, like an old cassette tape. It'll be like, this is $20. And you're like, oh, sorry. I use Thrifty Boy, okay? I eat the ketchup packets that I just steal from tables at the restaurant. At the Starbucks, where I get my stolen Wi-Fi using my brother's laptop. Is your brain just constant cost-benefit analysis? Well, yeah. I mean, to some extent. I think it's the human mind. Sometimes people say, like, why don't you just, like, have fun? I'm like, first off, this is natural for me, so it already feels like having fun. Secondly, like, when people say stuff like, why don't you just have fun? That sounds like a way of being like, why don't you just lower your standards to the point where you like to eat shit? Like, if something's shitty, I don't want to be like, hold on, let me pretend I'm stupid for like an hour and have a great time. I'll just continue to be slightly above average intelligent, but talk like I'm substantially more intelligent than the average person, thus allowing the maximum feeling of superiority over the common man. And the largest gulf possible between my perception of my abilities and my actual concrete results from those abilities. That's how I feel when people say just turn your brain off and enjoy it. I know, that's what I agree. I couldn't agree more. I don't know. And sometimes I wish I could do that. I wish I could. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm simply too intelligent. Has anyone mentioned to NL he looks like he's allergic to dairy? -2. I ate an entire block of manchego this weekend. It was delicious. I ate it in like a day. I'm not going to apologize. OMG, are you okay? I don't need to answer that question. Man who loved Tenet. Tenet, you gotta... Listen, you don't understand, okay? Tenet's really... It's a really dumb movie if you are smart. But if you're stupid, Tenet is genius, and that's sick. OMG, I am? Well, do I have the movie for you? And I know this sounds like I'm insulting Tenet. I'm not insulting Tenet. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. You have to have a very low IQ to understand Tenet. I will say, you know why I think I like Tenet so much? Is because I've never been one of those people who like leaves a movie and then goes like, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but like, what about that scene with the helo jump? How did we, and what are we supposed to, like, and then, like, you ever leave a movie and people will ask you a question about like the kinematics of something. So wait a minute, they were climbing up the hill and then they get ambushed at the top of the hill with the camera facing in the other direction. So they were meant to believe they didn't see someone climbing the hill, even though they were looking at the direction they were climbing. When I'm watching a movie, I'm like, oh shit, dude just got jumped, man. That dude just got jumped. It's not what I do. But to be honest with you, I know we just talked about this, but I think I kind of turn my brain off when I watch the movie. But not to the extent that I'm like, hey, let me watch some diarrhea, like the Transformers sequels or the original. But like to the extent where I'm like, the details don't have to line up. If someone says something like, well, and then we'll just put some aluminum foil on the spaceship and we'll be fine. I'd be like, damn, I guess it works like that. They probably did their research. Who am I to say that they didn't do their research? I did see the new Predator movie. I did think it was good. I enjoyed it. Bro thought Prey was good, but shits on Tenet. I'm not resubbing next month. Jesus, I love Tenet. I love Tenet. I went to the Tenet subreddit after the movie, not to answer any questions, but just because I wanted to experience more culture surrounding the movie Tenet from Chris Nolan. The top post of all time is when you have to take a shit, but you're inverted. And then it was like the puppet that's looking at the camera like this because he's scared. I just think Tenet, I cannot explain to people like why it's good. I just think, I mean, I guess the reason I like it is because the whole time I was watching it, I was like, it's like the anti-George Lucas. You know, people always say like George Lucas needs somebody who can like say no to him. I'm like, man, Chris Nolan needs like less people to say no to him. Because this dude's going crazy. This guy's going off. Take more of the restrictors off him. Because he's doing some ambitious stuff that makes absolutely no sense. But is like kind of, at least as long as it has Robert Pattinson in it, just keep making that. He's actually going to detonate a nuclear bomb for Oppenheimer. Honestly, good. That would save me having to go to the theater And who even knows, I mean, what's going to happen with the Cuban Missile Crisis. And did you hear about this thing with the nuclear sub, where it required the strength of will from one man in order to prevent nuclear annihilation? How long is that going to go on for? How many times do you think that's going to work out for us? No, I'm not going to take my recycling out. There's impending nuclear war. Is NL doing a Woody Allen bit? What do you... I just have glasses. It's not a bit. I just have, like, my eyes are not that good. In fact, they're worse than not that good. They're genuinely bad. What a bit. Stop it. It's not a bit. This is my life. Imagine a world with no glasses. Yeah, I would think my parents probably would have just thrown me off a cliff or something. And I couldn't really blame them. Although they wouldn't know my eyes were bad until I was like old enough to communicate well, so they'd have to probably train for a little bit, because I might be like 5 years old by the time that information comes out. At that point, I hope you've been putting in some work in the gym. I might be like, 100 pounds. Well, I don't know if I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, 5 years old, 100 pounds? That doesn't seem right. I'm pretty sure that I wasn't 100 pounds until like the 8th grade or something, but whatever. Any reason the stream's so heavy with Mark Wahlberg references? Well, yesterday was a ceremonial day, and because I follow people on Twitter who have no decorum, that means I got to see a lot of tweets of the quote that Mark Wahlberg said about September 11th, where he said if he was on that plane, there was no shot they would have actually been able to hijack it. Let me find the exact quote so I'm not slandering him. Mark Wahlberg says he wouldn't have let a plane crash into the World Trade Center on September 11th. In an interview with Men's Journal, noted publication, some of the best interviews, I believe David Frost interviewed Richard Nixon for Men's Journal back in the 70s. The contraband actor, who was actually scheduled to be on one of the planes that crashed, said, if I was on that plane with my kids, it wouldn't have went down like it did. There would have been a lot of blood in that first class cabin, and then me saying, okay, we're going to land somewhere safely, don't worry. Why did he have to say first class cabin? I didn't assume that you flew coach. You didn't have to add in the first class part. I'd never expect to waddle my way back to seat 38J and be like, holy shit, you'll never guess who I'm sitting next to. The guy from Contraband. The quote is from a section of the interview that covers Wahlberg's maturation from bad boy Marky Mark to, as George Clooney puts it, a really interesting man who has mellowed but still retained his toughness. Interviewer Eric Hedegaard asked Wahlberg about a bar brawl he once got into. The actor replied, when you put your hands on me, it's a problem. Oh, man. You know what I got to say to that? You know what would have happened if I was in the first class cabin in one of those planes? I would have crapped my pants, and then I would have said,
Cool boarders!
and then I probably would have had a heart attack and died, is my guess. Okay, I lost my train of thought here. The One Piece. Okay, you know what? We're the slash marker. That's the end of that. Good sap, though. This weekly is actually, it honestly is good for killing time. I'll tell you, if I was in this lobby with my kids, it wouldn't have gone down like that. There would have been a lot of blood in that tier 5 shop. And then I would have said, don't worry, we're going to land somewhere safely with 10 wins. You know what's crazy to think about, though? If that shit actually went down and he saved a plane full of people, he would actually be probably like the biggest hero in America, even to this day. Like if that had happened and you made fun of Mark Wahlberg for something like, I don't know, being in date night, people would be like, yo, but he saved all those people though? Where were you on that fateful day? I was in 7th grade. You'd forgive him for shooting Jeter. You were supposed to shoot A-Rod. Why couldn't you shoot A-Rod? For the admins, that's a quote from the Mark Wahlberg movie, the Other Guys. As much as I should hate Mark Wahlberg, I actually don't. I think I don't know, there's something wrong with the human brain. I'm like, he's so charismatic, though. I know he did a lot of messed up stuff and continues. I mean, I watched by accident, basically, just due to circumstance, one episode of not Wahlburgers, but the show where somehow he's the main character of The Pandemic. He's like trying to launch the world's greatest t-shirt brand, and then a bunch of people get COVID, and he's like, this is the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my entire life. The whole episode that I watched was just him yelling at people over the phone to like cure an illness that has only recently been discovered, and that's why it's called the novel coronavirus. Even still, like, I watched the show and I was like, this is the worst episode of television I've seen in my entire life. It's a bunch of like insanely wealthy people talking about how hard life is because of this thing that only affects their t-shirt brand. But I was still like, you know what? I still like him. It's a flaw in the human mind. If he was in the lab, it would have gone down differently. Absolutely. Absolutely true. You can just say you don't like him. I mean, I don't like him, but like, if someone was like, that movie's got Mark Wahlberg in it, though, I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't know whether they're trying to say that that means we should go see it or whether we should never see it. He's been in some good movies, man. The Other Guys, The Departed, Daddy's Home 2. He did also blind a person. It's true. You have to take the bad with the good, no doubt about that. The Martian. Yeah, he was great in The Martian. He played Mars in that movie, I think. What is the good? Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights is the good. I think it's noble, though, that if he was there, he would have saved all those people. I'm just being honest. I probably would have just been really scared. I think I would have been, like, paralyzed. You think about that sometimes, like when you... Well, at least when I was scared of flying, and this is an aside within an aside, I hope that the next time I fly, I haven't regained my fear of flying just because I haven't flown in over 3 years now. Like, I'm gonna be really pissed off if I get on like a 10-hour flight and then, you know, my kidneys just secrete a bunch of adrenaline. I'm gonna be like, we talked about this. Planes like almost never crash. But I'm pretty sure that I would do some pathetic stuff if I thought I was gonna die in a plane crash. I'd be like, I've only got like 5 minutes to live. Search through the in-flight console for the movie I want to see the first 5 minutes of before I die. And then I'm using the fast forward. It's going ×2 speed. And I'm like, that's not fast enough. I'm not going to make it to the scene I wanted. Then I'm on ×16. And I'm like, it's the end credits. And then I would probably, hypoxia would take over and I would slip away painlessly as the fuselage hurtled towards the canyon or something. But where's Morbius? Why are you running all these ads for Asante Wealth Management? It's the 5th movie I've watched on this damn airplane. I don't need to see the ad again. You want another insane take? They should run different ads on the in-flight entertainment system based on whether you're in economy or first class. Listen, dude, we're fighting. Can you relax? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You got shot with a Dragunov. You got shot with a Dragunov, dude. Okay. Hold on. There's only 2 gamers. It's me and the king of the gamers. Drink your juice. I'm getting the fuck in there. Ooh! Pay out the believers, baby! Pay them out. Pay them out. Soon as that sniper shot landed, I had the gamer juice in my veins. I knew it was over. Oh, man. 3rd Battle Royale dub of the day? Holy cow. I should have known. Apparently, I did know. Again, I tried to save this dude from the weapons. He said, no, I'm gonna get hit by those. Can you just fucking relax? I'm trying to fight 2 comers at the same time, Raid. You see, every time you come in on me, your ass gets got. That's it. This shit's gone on too far. Wake up. Hit somebody in the damn nutsack. Didn't work. I've been javelin tackled. This is a cluster. You got to be a legend to win this one. This is a great time to run away. This is not where you want to be, even with super. At least eat up and then go back for your super. Good, good. Are you seeing this shit? This shit is insane, man. Get me out of here. This dude's got super too. I'm gone. I wanted the juice really badly. Some things in life are not worth it. This is it's too much. You don't want to be there. Be afraid. Nice elbow drop. Oh, man. Nice elbow drop. Hello. I wasn't even gonna mess with you. Just so we're clear. Don't flatter yourself. That was a great attack. I'm a little surprised I'm not dead. I would really like to get a KO off of this super because we need to heal. So I gotta be mighty aggressive. I'm insane. I'm probably the best to ever do it. It didn't even get us a kill. That's highly unfortunate. They got snatched out of the air. I don't want to fuck with you. We're cool. We're cool. Help. I knew it. Great kill. Great kill. Oh. Sick game, sick lobby. It's true. It was a very, very good lobby. But I think, like, by the way, get used to it. I need to use my damn super. Go ahead, take a shot at me. Okay, we're both bad. 1, 2, up and over. I thought you might splat. Kill you with one of those. I did not think you'd be dead there. Okay. That's just a very scary situation. Good time to have 3 chickens in your pocket. And then to immediately act very ignorantly. Get back in for a third party. Even though I hate when people third party me. Okay, we're both lucky, honestly. Watch out, this is a nuclear elbow drop. How does that work? How does this work? Uh-oh. That felt great. I need some damn juice. Okay, we're clashing. I'd like to just Irish whip you. People often don't expect it. Never mind. Whoa! Plank me? Get him. Get me. I've been splatted. I need to go super mode, man. That's just bad luck, brother. I'm sorry. Quick heal. I get so dizzy playing this game. Can't really disagree. Can't really disagree. Hey, by the way, Chris Kringle, don't forget who came in for the third party, okay? When you're going to r/Rumbleverse and going, how is this fair? Literally, how is this fair? An elbow drop from nowhere. Don't forget who dropped the first third party on that, okay? Chris Kringle, Father Christmas. Smart block. Get splatted? Oh, get downed? Oh, they gave up. They literally alt F forward. Point and laugh? Where's point? Pathetic. It's technically not an alt F4. They actually exited the process. They closed the process on process manager. Okay, surprise. Nice crate. Be a shame if somebody used the most scumbag moves in the game to stop you from... Whoa! Never mind. The most scumbag move in the game is that. Chair out of nowhere. Uh-oh! Nice third party! Turns out your ass is freaking dead. Be the last third party you ever get invited to. Okay, so you're a serial elbow dropper. That's fine. Elbow drop this. Oh wait, you can't? Oh no. Okay. Wait, I think I got a little lucky there. Never mind, you're dead. You got lucky. Who's next? I still got some super left. That's rare. Whoa! Get him! Get him! Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky and you're smarter than me. Get him. What, you see the camera work there? You're not eating the chicken on my watch, motherfucker! Oh! Good move. Good move. Okay, you know what? I've lost some of my momentum. We can't do that. That's just, it's suicidal. Very important. We don't... Please fall. No! Please? Let's go! We don't have to follow up every dolphin dive with a javelin tackle if we live through this. Holy shit, you managed to dodge that? That's actually incredible. I'm very proud of you. Call me toxic if you want. Sumo clap needs a little nerf. It's too easy to dodge out of. Dodge this.
But at least they get to spend time.
There's 3 gamers. This is my time. Imagine winning on the murder-suicide, though. Oh! Oh, baby. Dolphin dive comes through in the clutch again. Who would have thought? That was a tight lobby, too. That was a tough one. See you. We don't like Johnny-come-latelys here. Okay, as long as they fall, that's all that matters to me. It's a damn Royal Rumble. Don't. I'm still up here. Okay, smart move, honestly. I was thinking the same thing for myself. I'm winded. I'm still winded? You saved my life. And I don't even know your name. Get her, get her. Okay, now get me. Get her. King of the castle, king of the castle. Oh, Irish whip KO. You can't coach that. Hold on. Very disrespectful. Just put it in your pocket for now. And then get Irish whipped. Ooh! Get smacked. Get choke slammed. How, it's not a third party, okay? If you kill both of the people you third party. On the other hand, how the hell am I supposed to heal? Unless I get a kill. A plank! Hello, hello, hello. What was I thinking? Get him! He was stunned! He was stunned! I stunned him for you, King! Don't. Oh, shit. Yep, I'm dead. I deserved it. I was trying to get the combo, then I had a chicken in my hand, and I realized I'm dead. Okay, okay, fair enough. That was sick. That was a lot of damage. Then we just get the scumbag elbow drop when these guys aren't paying attention. Case in point. Thought I could curve your stop sign backwards. Hello, hello. You got a chicken in your pocket? You better hope so. Okay, this is good bait, good bait. I honestly thought you were weak. You're not weak. You're stronger than I've ever been. I'm out of stamina. You piece. Send them. I didn't even know that could work. I'm comboing on the damn fly now. Yeah, stay on him. Uh-oh. You piece of shit! Get ready for an elbow drop. I'm just happy I'm healed a little bit. That's nice at least. You scare the shit out of me. This guy's relentless, dude. I'm scared. I smell a dolphin dive coming. Okay, again. Things that should not work in this game, in my opinion.
Up to the skies, there's more loot incoming.
I'm dead. Come on, come on. Come get me. Let me Irish whip your ass off the edge. I'm dead. I'm actually dead. Oh, man. That was a tough match. We came 11th, I think. NL, you already understand mix-up footsies and supers and meter management. You should try some 2D fighting games sometime. Why? I'm interested in cutting my viewer base in half. Just to make myself miserable. That felt amazing. Irish whip him on wake up. You're so lucky. Please. I'm just trying to enjoy my life. I literally just want to meditate. Okay. Yeah, thank you for the psycho elbow drop. I really appreciate it. Okay, I'll just be healing up here if you don't mind. Anybody else? Please climb the wall on this side. Holy shit, I would nut. Great attack. I was positioned for a wake up attack, but I wasn't positioned for a wake up unblockable. Yeah, this honestly, I'm very predictable here. Hello. If you're not paying attention, they don't know. They don't know. This is why you take the small player model. The Peloton's been paying off. 6 gamers remain. I want my book. Okay, 2 gamers getting involved there. What's this book? You just dropped a book. Omega Cyclone! Let's go! It's the most goated sequence in Rumbleverse history. Oh, shit. Never mind. I still lived, though. I'm out this. Whoa! Get out of here. I don't want to mess with you. They can hear me, but do they know I'm here? We're so close to super, too. I was just waiting for the accidental, like, he went to super the other guy, but it caught me instead because I'm in the bush. That's me in the corner. That's me out of the spotlight, losing my injury. Just trying to keep up with you. I don't need to change that part because that part is universal. That's the damn truth. Wasted super. What else is new? Just in time. Hey, you know what? It's still something. 4 gamers.
4, 3.
Okay, you know what? I didn't think you'd be able to keep an eye on me. But you did. He's eating the damn chicken. He's gonna atomic punchline me. Maybe he's not. 3 gamers remain.
5.
Get us out of here. Honestly, go off. Good clash. Good. Oh, okay. Honestly, I gotta hand it to you. I know I'm saying honestly a lot. I'm gonna stop trying to say it so much. Don't fear the mist. Probably a good time for a super, but a great time for a sadistic too.
And I hear they've also got a great eye for
I'm sorry.
There we go. That's the action we're here for. Ouch! Someone's playing for keeps today.
I think I knocked her out of her tackle. That's very unfortunate. Don't super me. Don't super me.
Right enough to KO their opponent.
I landed something there. Let's go! Then missed on landing. They lived? Help. That's not help. Whoa!
6, 5.
Smash it! Your third partying saved me. Two gamers remain. That was supposed to be an Irish whip, just for the record. Oh, that would have been the game. Make it make sense. I'm alive! I'm alive! They only got 2 seconds left. I'm healing like a son of a gun. Good move. Honestly, insane move. You got me. You're better than me? Are you better than me? Do they know? Please.
As big as Gravital City itself. Everyone's gonna be talking about that around the protein shake.
Oh!
What an outstanding victory. This is the moment every
No shot. No shot. Hold on. I can feel so much adrenaline pumping through my veins right now. Thank you, Greg Dota, for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. We only got 2 eliminations, man. I got to give you some respect. How about one of these? Into one of these. Into one of these. Okay, fair enough. We got bombastic, too. You know what? You're right. Give me one of those, then. Follow it up with one of these. Follow it up with one of these. Double super! We're like a tag team for real. Pocket full of chicken. Sad story. Okay, at least you third-party me to get the super. I can't be mad at that. I'm with you, brother. I just wanted to snag some of this tryptophan. Watch this. Oh, no. I didn't expect the nut shot. Oh, you piece. That's a hell of a third party. Run. Just some usable juice. Hello. Hello. Oh, one of these days, though. Saw that shit coming. Your name is really I Love Lean? Where are you going?
The competitors must be thanking the refs right now.
I'm bombastic. Like Shaggy. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't find the name I Love Lean to be humorous. That's how Pimp C died. One of these days your ass is going down. Joe! I knew there was a reason you weren't running. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Joe, I'm sorry. I'm so happy, though, to have a game where I can actually beat the stream snipers instead of the stream snipers occasionally letting me win. Because it's not, you don't join the lobbies just to crap on me in Fall Guys. But there's always like that undertone of like, if you wanted to, you could just be like, I'm winning this one. If you don't elbow drop here, though, you deserve to lose. That's what the game's all about. You just wait till 2 other people fight, then you dive on top of them. It's a scumbag move, but it's like, it's almost risk-free.
The ring's closing in. The contestants had better stay inside if they want to continue.
It even hit, like, the higher up you go, the easier it is to land it.
We've seen an incredible match so far today.
You don't want to do it.
There's a certain intensity that comes with the final ring. I have a feeling we're in for a thrilling conclusion.
I did it again. I'm sorry. I'm a bad man. They've given up? They have not given up. They've given up.
Oh, that's how you play the game, folks.
What the hell? Oh, shit. Help. This certainly feels like the end of my life.
It's over.
My stam.
Medical term for the injury we just saw is massive damage. Their opponent's reeling. 2. Oh, not like this.
Help! I'll jump too. No! I got a kill. Yeah, that's a. I mean, that's a hell of a final circle, man. That's a tough one. How am I gonna land an Azuna drop? Wake up, Irish whip, into the wall, into a wall splat, into a great Azuna drop. Yeah, okay, that's how we're gonna do it. Into the same thing again. You're lucky. Good play, good play. Okay, they're running, I hope. You want that chicken? I'm leaving. You can take... Oh, you don't want the chicken? You guys want some chicken? You're improving a lot. Honestly, it's all about the incredible play. I didn't think you had it in you. It's all about the Irish whip. You see how this dude's walking all weird. I'm scared. The Irish whip to extend a combo goes hard.
Stopped by this competitor.
I hate to play this card in a video game. Your ass should be dead. If this was IRL, your ass would be deceased. I'm dead. That one, that's the worst one we've had.
That's the worst game. Come to an end.
Yeah, kill him. Yeah, send them. I want to see them die. 51 wins though, holy cow. 51 wins and a lower KDR than me. A little depressing, but sure. You must be weak. Ooh, I throw a little curve on that. I'll say a little prayer for you, and I'll your ass, grab you with one of these. I'm gonna throw you outside of the circle. Enjoy hell. You're right, I have big swing, and the ocean is right there. Oh, man. Some rooftop wall splats, and then... Oh, how about one of these? How about one of these? And then let's see. Not even close, but still, that was pretty fun. We needed that to go, like, at least 4 times further. Purple swing would be nice. Listen. You think I don't have ears? Just because I listen to... I don't know, think of a bad band that's not Nickelback. Nickelback? You saw that coming, huh? You know what? That's my problem. I should have supered. You lived. I knew it! I knew it! I didn't know what to do! Thank you! I'm not saved. Oh, that one hurt. I was like, this guy's gonna wake up, he's gonna punch me in the nuts. So I tried to predict it, and then I just got punched in the nuts. It's alright. We got one more in us, I think. One elimination. We were playing pretty well there. You know Goku? He's not the protagonist. Gohan is the protagonist. You're not even splatted.
Whoa, I got the picture.
Come on, man.
That's gotta sting. They're sending a message to everyone around them right now. Stay out of my
Little
way.
pro tip for you. Overwrite your javelin tackle with a javelin tackle. That way there's one less javelin tackle available for the other people to take. Uh-oh. Little wake up Irish whip. Ooh, that would go nice. Okay, that was actually... You should, like... I turned 270 degrees in the air. I'm gonna let them go. My javelin tackle actually did... It did a 3-point turn. You came in looking for the third party? Well, be careful what you wish for.
The field of contestants grows smaller.
Hold on, give me one. The mist is good, don't get me wrong. Give me one of those.